Section 5.1, Example 1, we have simplifying rational expressions. By the end of this lesson, you should be able to rewrite simple rational expressions in different forms. On page 339, we have an expression of the form polynomial over polynomial is a rational expression. The simplified form of a rational expression is like the simplified form of a numerical fraction. The numerator and denominator have no common factor other than 1. To simplify a rational expression, divide out common factors from the numerator and denominator. Like a numerical fraction, a rational expression is undefined when the denominator is 0. A value of a variable for which a rational expression is undefined is an excluded value. Example 1 says, what is the simplified form of the expression? State any excluded values. So, to find the simplified form of our expression, we just need to factor the top and the bottom. So we're going to factor the numerator and the denominator. Notice the numerator is x minus 1. There's nothing that we can really factor out of that. So we're going to go ahead and leave that as x minus 1. The denominator is 5x minus 5. Notice both 5x and 5 have a 5 in them, so we can take a 5 out. So we can factor the 5 out, and that leaves us with x minus 1 on the inside. So our denominator can become 5 times x minus 1. Now we want to check to see if there's anything the top and the bottom have in common. So any factors that are in common. The top only has one factor. It's x minus 1. The bottom, the denominator, has a factor of 5 and a factor of x minus 1. The x minus 1 on top and bottom match, so we can go ahead and get rid of them because together, having x minus 1 on the numerator and x minus 1 in the denominator, that becomes 1. So on top, there's nothing left over. So if you divide x minus 1 by x minus 1, you are left with a 1. And then on the denominator, we still have a 5. So we don't have to write 5 times 1 because we know 5 times 1 is 5. So you can go ahead and leave that as 1 over 5. That is the simplified form of the expression, just 1 over 5. To see when the denominator might be 0, set it equal to 0 and solve. So we have 5x minus 5 equals 0. We want to get the x by itself, so we're going to add 5 to both sides. This gives us 5x equals 5, and we can divide both sides by 5. So notice if we set the denominator, the stuff on the bottom, 5x minus 5 equal to 0, we end up with x equals 1. So our excluded value is x equals 1. That means that x cannot be 1 because that would make the denominator 0, which is undefined. Here's the work for simplifying the expression, and here is how to find the excluded values. Now I would like you to simplify the expression and state the excluded values from 4x cubed and 28x to the fourth. So find what they have in common, get rid of any common factors on the top and the bottom because they equal 1, and then figure out what would make the bottom equal 0.